From the dawn of civilization to the modern age, humanity has always been driven by an insatiable curiosity. We look at the stars and wonder what's out there. We dig into the earth and try to uncover what was here. But for every question we answer, it seems like 10 more spring up in their place. Science, with its rigorous methods and powerful tools, helps us understand the natural world. But even science has its limits. Sometimes discoveries are made that defy explanation, artifacts that challenge our assumptions, and structures that make us rethink everything we thought we knew. These aren't just minor discrepancies or statistical anomalies. We're talking about profound enigmas that have stumped archaeologists, historians, physicists, and engineers for decades, even centuries. Imagine stumbling upon a device that shouldn't exist, finding a map that leads to nowhere, or uncovering a city built with techniques that seem impossible for their time. What do we do when confronted with the unexplainable? Do we dismiss it as a hoax? Do we try to force it into existing frameworks, bending the facts until they fit? Or do we embrace the mystery, acknowledging that there are things beyond our current comprehension? That there are chapters of history that remain unwritten, technologies we've yet to rediscover, and perhaps even forces at play that we don't fully understand? That's what we're here to explore. In this video, we'll be diving into some of the most perplexing discoveries ever made, the ones that have left scientists scratching their heads and sparking endless debate. We're not talking about ghosts or UFOs, although those are interesting in their own right. We're focusing on tangible, physical evidence that something extraordinary happened, something that challenges the accepted narrative of human history and the natural world. Prepare to journey across the globe, from the deserts of China to the mountains of Peru and the depths of the Mediterranean Sea. We'll examine ancient structures built with impossible precision, artifacts that suggest lost technologies, and texts written in languages that no one can decipher. We'll look at sites like the Casa Grande, ruins in Arizona that could have been an astronomical observatory or a trading post or maybe something else completely. We'll discuss Sacsayhuaman, the wall in Peru, where the stones are so well fit together that not even a razor blade can slip between them. How did the Inca pull this off? We'll examine the perfect stone spheres of Costa Rica that are so perfectly shaped without the benefit of modern tools. What did they mean? Each of these discoveries presents a unique puzzle, a piece of a larger picture that we're still struggling to assemble. We'll delve into the details of each mystery, exploring the facts, the theories, and the unanswered questions. We'll present the evidence as clearly and objectively as possible, allowing you to draw your own conclusions. But be warned, some of these discoveries may challenge your preconceived notions about the past and the capabilities of ancient civilizations. They may make you question what you thought you knew about the history of the world and our place in it. They will also make you think about what is still to be uncovered and learned about our world. We live in an age of unprecedented scientific advancement. We can map the human genome, explore the depths of the ocean, and send probes to other planets. Yet, despite all our knowledge, there are still mysteries that elude us. These unexplained discoveries remind us that there are limits to our understanding, that there are still frontiers to be explored, and that the universe is full of surprises. This is what makes the search so compelling. The possibility of uncovering a lost chapter of history, of revealing a forgotten technology, or of gaining a deeper understanding of the forces that shape our world. So, buckle up and get ready for a journey into the unknown. We're about to explore the most mysterious discoveries that scientists simply can't explain. Prepare to have your assumptions challenged, your curiosity piqued, and your mind expanded. Let's dive in. From the towering pyramids of Egypt to the remote islands of the Pacific, our planet is dotted with structures and artifacts that defy easy explanation. These aren't just remnants of forgotten civilizations. They're puzzles that challenge our understanding of history, technology, and even the very limits of human ingenuity. Let's dive into some of the most perplexing examples, each a window into a past that's both familiar and utterly alien. First up, we have the Pyramids of Giza. But let's not rehash what everyone already knows. Instead, let's focus on some of the lesser-known anomalies surrounding them. It's widely known that the pyramids are ancient tombs, but the question of how they were built continues to elude us. The precision with which the massive stone blocks were cut and placed is astonishing, especially considering the tools available at the time. Beyond the sheer scale, the pyramids exhibit a surprising level of engineering prowess. The Great Pyramid, for instance, is aligned almost perfectly with true north, a feat that would have required sophisticated astronomical knowledge. It's also rumored to be at the precise center of all land mass on Earth. Furthermore, it is built with several mathematical constants in mind, like pi and the golden ratio. It's these kinds of details that have fueled speculation about the builder's knowledge, with some even suggesting the involvement of extraterrestrial beings or ancient lost civilizations. Next, let's venture to South America and explore the Nazca lines Getty. In Peru, these geoglyphs etched into the desert floor are another testament to ancient ingenuity. These are massive drawings of animals, plants, and geometric shapes that can only be fully appreciated from the air. The Nazca culture created these lines between 500 BC and 500 AD, but their purpose remains a mystery. Some believe they were related to astronomical observations, while others suggest they were part of elaborate religious rituals or even ancient aqueducts. The scale and precision of the Nazca lines are truly impressive, but it's the how that continues to puzzle researchers. How did the Nazca people create such massive figures with such accuracy, given the limitations of their technology? It's a question that sparks ongoing debate and leaves room for plenty of speculation. Moving on, we encounter the enigmatic Stonehenge in England. This prehistoric monument, composed of massive standing stones, has captivated imaginations for centuries. While we know that Stonehenge was built in stages over thousands of years, its exact purpose remains unclear. Was it a temple, an astronomical observatory, a burial ground, or something else entirely? The sheer size of the stones, some weighing over 40 tons, and the distance they were transported continues to baffle scientists and engineers. How did ancient people, lacking modern machinery, manage to move and erect such colossal stones? The alignment of Stonehenge with the solstices suggests a connection to celestial events, but the full meaning of this iconic structure remains elusive. Let's shift gears and examine the Antikythera mechanism, often called the world's first computer. This ancient Greek device, discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of Antikythera, is an intricate clockwork mechanism designed to predict astronomical events. Dating back to the 2nd century BC, the Antikythera mechanism demonstrates a level of technological sophistication that was previously thought to be impossible for that period. The device is composed of dozens of precisely crafted gears and dials, and it was used to track the movements of the sun, moon, and planets, as well as predict eclipses. The complexity of the Antikythera mechanism is truly astonishing, and its existence challenges our assumptions about the technological capabilities of ancient civilizations. It poses questions about the origin of this knowledge and what other technological marvels might have been lost to time. Finally, let's consider the strange case of the Baghdad Battery. Discovered in Iraq, this artifact consists of a clay jar containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod. Some researchers believe that the Baghdad Battery was used to generate electricity, making it an early form of battery. The theory is that when filled with an acidic liquid, the device could produce a small voltage. While there's debate about its intended use, the possibility that ancient people possessed knowledge of electricity is intriguing. The Baghdad Battery raises questions about the extent of ancient scientific knowledge and whether other similar devices might have existed in the past. These are just a few examples of the many unexplained discoveries that continue to intrigue and challenge scientists and researchers. They remind us that our understanding of history is constantly evolving and that there's still much to learn about the ingenuity and capabilities of ancient civilizations. These structures and artifacts serve as a testament to the human spirit of innovation, leaving us to ponder the mysteries of the past and consider the possibilities for the future. So what could explain these mind-boggling discoveries? Well, let's delve into some of the theories, both the plausible and the, well, less so. It's important to remember that with many of these mysteries, we're dealing with incomplete information. Time erodes, looters plunder, and sometimes the original builders just weren't great at leaving detailed instruction manuals. One common explanation, particularly for structures like Casa Grande, Sacsayhuaman, and the Great Pyramid, centers around advanced but lost ancient technologies. Think about it. Our understanding of history is constantly evolving. We used to believe that Neanderthals were knuckle-dragging brutes. Now we know they crafted tools, buried their dead, and even created art. It's entirely possible that ancient civilizations possessed engineering techniques or knowledge of physics that we've simply forgotten or haven't yet rediscovered. Maybe the Incas used some form of sonic levitation to move those massive stones at Sacsayhuaman. Unlikely perhaps, but not entirely impossible given the lack of other explanations. The precision displayed is simply hard to fathom. Another possibility, especially when considering artifacts like the Antikythera mechanism or the Baghdad battery, involves cultural exchange and the diffusion of knowledge. Maybe the Greeks weren't the sole geniuses behind the Antikythera mechanism. Perhaps they borrowed ideas from even older, now-vanished cultures in the Near East or Egypt. The Baghdad battery, while debated, could represent a similar instance of experimentation with electricity, perhaps inspired by observations of static or other natural phenomena. It's plausible that these technologies existed in a limited form, were not widely adopted, or were lost due to a cataclysmic event. However, some theories venture into far more speculative territory. The most common is, of course, the ancient astronaut theory. This idea suggests that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in the distant past and shared their advanced knowledge with early humans, enabling them to build incredible structures and create sophisticated artifacts. The Nazca lines are a prime example. How else could ancient people create such massive and precise geoglyphs without the ability to view them from above? Well, ancient astronaut theorists will say they couldn't. The lines acted as guides or signals for visiting spacecraft. Of course, skeptics point to evidence of simple surveying techniques and the fact that you don't need to fly to create a large-scale design. Then, there are theories involving lost continents and advanced pre-Diluvian civilizations. Think Atlantis, Lemuria, or other mythical lands swallowed by the sea. The stone spheres of Costa Rica, the Baigong pipes, and even the Voynich manuscript could be remnants of these advanced societies, hinting at a level of technological and intellectual achievement that predates known human history. It is a romantic vision of the past, but without tangible evidence. We're firmly in the realm of fantasy. The Coral Castle presents a particularly interesting case. Ed Leeds-Calnin's methods remain a mystery, but it's far more likely that he possessed a keen understanding of leverage, balance, and magnetism, combined with an incredible amount of patience, than that he harnessed some long-lost ancient technology or had alien assistance. It serves as a humbling reminder that human ingenuity can achieve remarkable feats, even without advanced equipment. Another recurring theme when discussing these unexplained discoveries is the potential for misinterpretation and flawed assumptions. Sometimes, what looks like an impossible feat of engineering or a sign of advanced technology is simply the result of natural processes or a misunderstanding of ancient cultures. The Baigong pipes, for example, might be fossilized tree roots that absorbed minerals over millennia, mimicking the appearance of metal pipes. The Long U caves, while impressive, could have been constructed over a longer period than initially estimated, utilizing techniques that are now difficult to discern. Ultimately, the most honest answer to the question of what are these things is we don't know. Many of these discoveries remain shrouded in mystery because we lack crucial information. We may never fully understand the purpose of the Roman dodecahedra, the meaning behind the Kokno stone carvings, or the true origins of the Voynich manuscript. The Rongorongo script continues to resist decipherment. And that's perhaps the most fascinating aspect of these enduring enigmas. They challenge our assumptions about history, technology, and the capabilities of ancient civilizations. They remind us that there are still vast gaps in our knowledge, and that the past holds secrets that may never be fully revealed. The mysteries surrounding Derinkuyu, Pumapunku, Göbekli Tepe, and even Stonehenge continue to fuel speculation, debate, and further research. They serve as a constant source of inspiration for scientists, historians, and anyone with a curious mind. Rather than becoming frustrated by the lack of definitive answers, we should embrace the ambiguity and appreciate the wonder of the unknown. These unexplained discoveries are not failures of science, but rather invitations to explore, question, and push the boundaries of our understanding. They are tangible reminders that the world is full of surprises and that the past is far more complex and enigmatic than we often imagine. So next time you look at one of these mysteries, remember that they are not just unsolved puzzles, they are open doors to endless possibilities, and that makes them truly extraordinary.